Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Now in this video I'm actually showing you a work day slash night. Well, let's go with work night slash morning with me. This was Mother's Day's weekend, and I actually did not show you the whole weekend or all the cakes or anything like that I did. I chose two that I was working on and decided to go ahead and record the process of me getting those done. Now this is actually the night before the delivery, which will be the next day about 5 p.m. for both orders. Now for me, I always like to bake my cakes at least no more than 2 days in advance. I don't like to bake them a month or weeks in advance. That takes away from the freshness, and when you're ordering something, even if it's custom or anything, I feel like you need a fresh product. Okay, now let's get started, because what I'm doing right now, I was finishing up cleaning up my kitchen in my area. I had just finished dinner for me and my kids. We ate. I put the food away, and it was actually finishing off cooling on the side of the refrigerator on that counter area. And I was getting everything else out that I needed. Now, before I start cooking dinner, cooking my cakes, or doing anything, I like to start with a definitely clean surface, you guys. I don't like to cook in dirt. I don't like anything to be in dirt and stuff like that. So I like to keep my area as clean as possible when I'm doing something, especially when I'm doing it for customers. Okay, the cake that I'm going to be doing first is going to be the banana pudding cake. And then the second one will actually be a Mother's Day gift cake. That was actually a present for a family and their mothers and aunts that was for a family gathering.
Honestly, I shouldn't. Caught up in my feelings, messed up and I'm sprung. Something in your
Now, before I get started with anything, I'm tying my hair back. I went to go get my pans that I'm going to be using for this cakes, both of these cakes, and they're both going to be 8-inch round cakes with 3 layers. I'm prepping my flour into different bowls for each cake. I'm going ahead and getting my dry ingredients together, and I'm going ahead and getting all of my eggs and everything that I need together for the mixtures. Now each bowl, I pretty much know which bowl has what in it. I never try to overcrowd myself with too much stuff, but because I am going to go ahead and bake 2 cakes tonight, I want to go ahead and get everything done. I decided to do the banana pudding cake, and with the leftover batter I went ahead and made muffins because my daughter loves banana pudding. So I made, not muffins, I'm sorry you guys, cupcakes. I made cupcakes. So I got that ready also, my cupcake pan and my liners, and I got that together also. And right now you just see me shifting everything, and I'm going to go ahead and get started on making my custard.
I'm thinking about our moments. I know I'm not sober. Can I come closer? I wanna come over. When you leave me like that, girl, don't do me like that. Ooh, when I think about that, I be coming right back on. Girl, don't do me like that, no.
Now let me go ahead and warn you guys. This is not a video where I'm actually going to be sharing any recipes with anybody, okay? This is me making my banana pudding cake and a cake, my vanilla cake, for some customers and for my business, okay? As far as cake recipes and different things like that, I actually don't share those. A lot of them are from family recipes. A lot of recipes I've created and I've tweaked and done a lot of things too. So I do keep those close to my heart, and I am private about those particular recipes. But you guys, there are plenty of cake and cookies and recipes like that out there, and I encourage you to experiment with the recipes that you get and you come in contact with. So as I'm starting now, I'm getting everything together to make my custard. I'm sorry, I got tongue-tied, but I'm getting everything together to make my custard. And I do, yes, make my vanilla custard from my banana pudding. I make the pudding from scratch. I really do. I like it better. It tastes better to me, and it gives it a whole another flavor that is just more homemade, and it tastes so good. So good. My daughter loves this. So this is what I'm doing right now, and then I'll let you watch the rest of the video to see what I'm doing and pop in and out here and there.
You caught me off guard and you took me back.
took me by surprise. There's so many things that I wanna do. Do you? Can you visualize? It's hard to say all the things I won't do, but I'm trying. Oh, to find a way to get close to you. It's so hard to say all the things I won't do. I'm waiting to let you know how much I want you. When I think about you, I feel la 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 la. When I think about you, I want la 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 la. When I think about you, I feel la 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 la.
Now, before we go any further, let me say this. If you have never seen me cook or clean or do anything like that before, I move my lips. I never knew I did it until I started recording myself. When I'm writing, when I'm in deep concentration, and when I'm doing things, you're going to see my lips move. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to stop it. I can't stop it. It's an involuntary movement that I do, and it just shows my concentration level. So it looks like I'm chewing gum or chewing on the inside of my lip, and I might be chewing on the inside of my lip. But this is what I do when I'm working and stuff. So you're actually going to see that. I do that. I do that when I'm writing or doing anything that I'm concentrating on. So that's what I'm doing right now. And as I'm doing this, I'm actually looking at YouTube videos. One of the videos that I was looking at and getting caught up on was At Home with Marissa. I believe that's the name of it. I have to make sure I'm saying the name right. But I'm looking at that video. I'm getting caught up on hers. I look at it's Valerie Santos, and I look at Clouded by Elle. And I do different things like that while I'm watching the video. Now, this is a banana pudding cake. I am mashing up my bananas and getting them ready to put into my cake mixture. And yes, I love using fresh bananas in there to give it that real banana taste, but it's not too overpowering to where it tastes like, I don't know how to explain it. It's not too overpowering. But if you've ever worked with bananas before, you know that bananas have a tendency to overpower everything. So because it's a banana pudding cake, yes, we're doing banana cake. I guess you can call it like that. All right, you guys, I'll come back in just a little bit.
When I think about you, I feel la la la. When I think about you, I want la 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 all the time. Something to buy, yeah. Set the potato, sunlight that always stays, dinner by the waterway. It's that sweet life. Raise your cross. Made some dude crack a smile. He asked if I could stay.
I give myself breaks in between, so while I let my cake go ahead and start baking and finishing off, I did take a break. I did sit down off of my legs and off of my feet. A lot of you don't know I have certain disabilities and my hip would tend to dislocate, so I like to sit off of my legs for a little bit in between. So that's why you see, and it looks like my cake was finished, in no time, but it wasn't. It really wasn't. And then I went ahead and put my cupcakes in there. And before I started on my next cake, I went ahead and started cleaning up my area. I do apologize for this angle, you guys. I could not find my tripod. So I had to kind of prop my camera up on top of my refrigerator and record down. So it didn't give you the best view, but it gives you a view of me cleaning up and getting everything cleaned up before I start with my next cake. Like I said, I like to clean as much as possible. That way, at the end of all this, I don't have too much left over, because if you've ever seen any of my other videos, you can make a huge mess baking and your pots and pan pile up quickly. So that's what I'm doing now before I get started on my next cake.
I already told ya, yeah. I never dated a black guy. I said you're brown yourself. Let me offer help. Come on inside. everybody knows your name. Time to catch a flight, but you can make me go. Unlocking all the memories of my new home. Ventilated echoes playing to and fro, back and forth, yeah. Caught some kids dancing in the alleyway. Crazy how the melodies began to play, yeah. Tell me how you feeling when you hear the lyric, yeah. My heart's in Stockholm. Now I never wanna go home. I left my heart in Stockholm. Now I never wanna go home. Separate again.
Alright, now I'm getting ready to make my second cake. I didn't necessarily record this because I didn't want to bore you guys with the process again, but what you saw me doing the first time is what I'm doing the second one, except it's not a banana pudding cake. Before I do that, I made my cake goop, which is a non-stick goop that you make for your cakes and go at the bottom, and I put my cakes away in my freezer that I have against the wall. Now, after I do this, it's gonna be the next morning, and we'll start with the process again of decorating. Ta-da! I told you it would be the next morning like nobody's business. I need to quit. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm really silly. So yeah, just look over it. So this is the next morning, and before I get started, I go ahead and make me some coffee. I don't necessarily eat breakfast or anything like that. I'm not the biggest breakfast fan. So what I do have is coffee. I will tend to try to make me some oatmeal or something to kind of put something on my stomach, or a parfait or something like that. Something light, nothing heavy. Now today is pretty much my decorating day. Both orders were due by 5 p.m. and like I said, this was I baked the night before and decorated the morning of the delivery. And that's what I normally like to do depending on how big the cake is. With wedding cakes, I don't do that. Normally I try to bake 2 days, like 2 days before, that way I can start decorating the next couple of days before the delivery. Not next couple of days, like the day before, and then deliver that day and stuff. So that's what I like to do. I like to crumble up my vanilla wafers and put them in between, along with bananas, in between my banana pudding cake. Some people don't like the bananas in there, so I won't include it, but I will include the vanilla wafers. Okay, I'll let you see the process of me decorating this cake.
Why you do that? You drop me like who that? And put me through that. But baby, it's useless. I'm living my life. Don't need you in mine. Me feeling just fine. One of a kind. Who better than I? Oh. Shawty, don't play that game. Shawty, don't play that game. I won't keep you safe. Time that I relocate. I don't play that game. Shawty, don't play that game. I know my place. Shawty, I know my. Got a lot to do, I got a lot to do, I got a lot to do. At the crack of dawn in the dark of night, what I got to do? I'ma make it loud, how I made you scream like a cockatoo. Turn the party way, about to show the rest what the boy can do. What you expect, how I forget these thoughts of you.
Let me jump in real quick and say that all my cakes I do a crumb coat on. So when you see me take the cake away, I'm letting this in the freezer for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'll bring it back out to do a final coat. Especially this cake is a whipped cream frosting cake, so it has no butter, nothing like that, just heavy whipping cream and powdered sugar and vanilla. And so this cake is very sensitive. It easily melts. I can say it like that. Whipped cream frosting easily melts. So I like to really make sure I keep my house cool and that I put it in the freezer as often as I can in the midst of me decorating. So you're going to see me take this cake back and forth to the freezer because I like to make sure it stays cool. This will accidentally freeze my cake a little bit more than I like it to, but it's because, oh my god, this whipped cream frosting will melt at the drop of a hat, and it is summertime. Oh, not summertime, but it's hot out there right now. So that's why I do that.
Silent treatment in your cup, baby, we don't need to talk. Sorry if I'm making this hard. Nah, wondering where we are. I don't wanna face the consequences, but baby, yeah, you know I hate second guessing. I'm just wondering where we are. Drifting into space, keep driving on the freeway. Baby, let me know what you are thinking. Baby, let me know what you are thinking. Overthinking out there in the clouds, drifting on and there for hours. Lately I've been trying to figure out, wonder if you're ever coming down, ever coming down. Look at me the way you do, keep giving myself into you. You know that I hate this part, surprised we ever got this far. We did go through all the circumstances, but baby, yeah, you know I hate second chances. Surprised we ever got this far. Drifting into space, keep driving on the freeway. Baby, let me know what you are thinking. Baby, let me know what you are thinking. Overthinking out there in the clouds, drifting on and there for hours.
Now, you saw the finished look of that cake, and I'm going to get ready to put my banana pudding away and put it away. And I also had cleared up my area, but let me say, I did change the top part of that cake because it kept kind of falling over or wanting to fall. So I took the whipped cream off and I reapplied it with a smaller layer. Now I'm getting ready to make my buttercream cake, which is not as finicky as the whipped cream cake. Okay, so the whipped cream cake stayed in the freezer that I have against my wall until it was time to go, because like I said, that cake melts very quickly and you have to be very careful with that cake. Also, it's the same technique. I do a crumb coat on my buttercream cakes, and then I do the final coating, and then I start decorating. If I feel like my house or anything has gotten, the temp has dropped or has increased, I will take it back and forth to the freezer to make sure it can kind of have a crumb coat on it and it can kind of stiffen up so it holds its texture and it holds its shape.
Lately I've been trying to figure out, wonder if you're ever coming down, ever coming down.
Now, as I let my cake cool off in the cooler and get its crumb coat, I'm going to go ahead and get my colors ready for the design that I'm going to use for this cake. In the background, you see my son putting away the dishes and taking care of the stuff that I need in the background. This helps me out a lot because when I'm cleaning up and I have orders, it's a lot to go back and forth, clean and do everything. Like I said, I don't have anybody that works with me. So my son and my daughter, they come in and they help me with the cleaning area, getting things done. If I need colors, or if I have a question about the sign I did, as you're going to see me and my daughter, she was on the other side of the camera. Me and her were conversating on some of the different things for the cake, and I had an idea and I wanted to see what she thought about it and if she thought it would work, and she did, so it worked out great. There you go.
Okay.
know if you guys have ever noticed, but I have other cake videos of me just actually working on cakes on my channel. Go look at those. I have those on there, and I kind of show you some of the creations that I've done, and I love those and love the designs that I've done. This is just a quick one, not necessarily going in on one particular cake, but just kind of showing how my day is when I'm working on cakes. I do work by myself, literally, on everything I do, from YouTube videos to my cakes to my business. I do this. My best friend, she will help me on the accounting end and everything. I have other friends that'll give me advice and everything, but a lot of people don't know this is me and this is what I do. Okay, so I take a lot of pride, and I'm thanking God for everything, because it's His idea and His way. Even with the design of this cake, because I was going to go a different direction, but because I know the customer, I went ahead and did this direction instead of doing what I was going to do. And I actually did the other design for another customer that liked that one better. Now, I will also ask that if you have never seen me before, if you're enjoying this video, if you like cleaning videos, recipes with food, dinner videos, different things like that, and vlogs, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. My name is Myra. I am the owner of Mirrarose Creation. Also, this YouTube page is Mirrarose Creations. I have an Instagram account that I invite you to go check out also. I post a lot of my cakes on there. I am learning to be more active. I am an introvert learning to be more extroverted, because I will tend to draw into myself and not come out of a shell. I'm just being honest. But other than that, I hope you are enjoying this. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I'm going to let it finish out, and you will see the pictures of the end product at the end of the video. And that way you'll get to see everything that we did. But go ahead, like, subscribe, and share. And you guys, don't forget to hit the bell notification so you know when I post. Thank you to all my new subscribers for subscribing. Hey girl, hey, how are y'all doing? I hope you enjoy my channel. I hope you have fun. Please feel free to comment. Let me know what you think about this. If you want to see more work with me videos on the cakes and things that I do, I have a lot of upcoming cakes coming up. So let me know if this is something that you like and that you would like to continue to see. Thank you so much for watching. Continue out the video and enjoy the rest of your day. And I hope you have a great and blessed day. Bye.